Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird. Welcome to the Blackbird Grimoire and our series on the Havamal. Today we're looking at verse 108. The first translation read, A ring oath Odin I trow had taken. How shall one trust his troth? 'Twas he who stole the mead from Suntug, and Gunlod was caused to weep. Olive Bray. Second translation. I thought Odin had sworn a sacred ring oath. How can his pledge be trusted? He left Suntug defrauded of the drink and made Gunlod weep. Carolyn Larrington. And the third translation. Odin, they said, swore an oath on his ring. Who from now on will trust him? By fraud at the feast he befuddled Suntug and brought grief to Gunlod. That's Bellows. So, keeping oaths, it is a sacred matter in pagan tradition, and breaking them brings the utmost dishonor. One of the reasons why we strive to uphold this standard is because of the consequences of what happens when people don't keep their word. Odin is being called to account for just that, and the reason this is preserved for us in the Havamal is so that we can learn from the incident. One of the criticisms non-pagans will often hurl in our direction is that our gods make no claim to being perfect. And the monotheists will readily assure us that their God, by contrast, is the height of moral perfection in thought, word, and deed, and therefore their religion and their God is superior to ours. However, a religious text claiming that a deity is morally perfect and that deity actually being morally perfect is not the same thing, and it's far more honorable to admit failings than to maintain a false front. Why do the gods bother with us, if not to teach us things? And how better to teach humans than by showing them the results of choices, good or bad, and seeing that if something doesn't work at the divine level, it's not going to work on the human level either. It's one thing for us to unknowingly take a false step and then have to learn why something wasn't a particularly brilliant idea, and quite another if we have an example we can look to and then reason out what would be a good or a bad decision. Because the tales of the gods include their mistakes, not only are they assuring us that they understand what we go through, having experienced these things for themselves, but they also provide us with counsel so that we don't have to get ourselves into every mess imaginable. However, when we do make mistakes, we already know that it's not the end of everything. We can dust ourselves off, we can get up, and we can make better choices for success because the gods already showed us how to do this. So that's what I got out of the verse for this week. Let me know about your own impressions in the comments below, or send me an email at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com, and let me know about your own opinions there. I'd be happy to hear from you. But I think that'll do it for now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.